Testing, testing, testing. Shalom, Akim. Shalom, shalom. All right, this is your brother Zakaria Allah. All right, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Once again, the Lord has blessed me to be able to come out here in the whole camp. All right, and to preach this word to the four winds. You see what I'm saying? To edify the sheep, okay, and to sound the alarm. You know what I'm saying? To sound the alarm in the fenced cities. All right. So before I get started with this camp, all right, I want to face the east. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to our power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well and who teach well. All right, shalom to the Yakim out there that's pushing the truth, that's laboring in the word, and that's pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's going to come. Shalom to the Yaquas that's listening in. It's many true to the faith and many faithful and submissive to their husbands and guiding their children. All right, and shalom to the hopeful elect of the 12 tribes scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, you Israelite foreigners out there who live among the heathen, all right, and who look like those heathen nations. But your lineage goes back to the progenitors of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel through the line of your fathers. All right, I want to say peace and blessings to you all. Shalom, wa chasadim, wa barakim. All right. So we're here now, man. We're here now. The hot and heavy, the hot and heavy topic. You know what I'm saying, that we've all been waiting for. Okay. We are now in war with Iran. We are now in the heart of the Middle East, so to speak. Okay. In terms of conflicts, in terms of turmoil, in terms of tumult. You know what I'm saying? Tumultuous uproars. You know what I'm saying? All these prophecies are coming to pass, and they're taking place now in the last days, man. Okay, the final moments of this devil's rulership. You see what I'm saying? And we're here, able to see it. We're able to see it coming to its conclusion. You see what I'm saying? All right. So these are exciting times to be alive, man. Exciting times, man. This is Jeremiah chapter 28, and verse 8. And it reads, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. All right, wars, evils, and pestilences, all the things that the prophets of old have spoken about. We're here today speaking on, all right, in these final moments, man, in these last days, in the last captivity of the Israelites. You know what I'm saying? In the last rulership of the Edomites. All right, and all heathen nations. Okay, as the scriptures say, he must reign until he had put all heathens, all nations under his feet. You see what I'm saying? So all the nations are going to be subjected under the rule of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. You know what I'm saying? And the rest of the tribes, beginning with the 144,000, headed by the 12, which will be headed by King David himself. You see what I'm saying? This is the governing body that we are coming into, man. All right. This is the time, all right, the time that will usher in, all right, the final kingdom, which will be the everlasting kingdom. You see? All the things that we're seeing going on right now, man. All right, with the revelation of these files, okay? All these individuals in high positions. Now they're under the looking glass. You know what I'm saying? Now they're under microscope. Now they're under scrutiny. You see what I'm saying? Their rulership is being questioned. You see? Their rulership is now being questioned. Let me get this real quick. All right? Let's go to Sirach. All right, this is Sirach chapter 10 and verse 1. Sirach 10 and 1. It says, a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. And the government of a prudent man is well ordered. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. You know what I'm saying? So if the ruler is cutthroat, okay, then all the subjects are going to be cutthroat. You see what I'm saying? If the ruler is honest, if the ruler is focused on dealing fairly, dealing righteously, then the nation's people are going to fall under that same vibration. You see what I'm saying? If the ruler's mind is fixed on Yahweh Shai, then the nation's people will do the same. You see what I'm saying? Why? Because he enforces the laws. He enforces the laws that they must abide by. And if his laws are righteous, then the rulership of the nation is going to be righteous. All right. But if he gives a pass to all of those who deal treacherously, right? If he gives a pass to all of those who do wrongfully, who steal, who kill, who who are thieves, who are adulterers. You know what I'm saying? If he gives them a pass, then what's going to happen to the nation's people? The nation's people are going to think that this is the right way to live. Okay, why? Because because it's admitted. You know what I'm saying? It's permitted. All right, not prohibited. It's permitted and promoted. Okay. Again, verse 2. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers, and what manner of man the ruler of the city is. All right, such are all they that dwell therein. An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the people shall be inhabited. Okay? The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord Yahweh, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. All right? Okay? And as I was saying, as the scriptures say, a new government is coming in. A new government will be ushered in, will be ruling the planet. A new government that is built on righteousness, man. Okay, and this government that's coming, the ruler that's coming, Yahweh Shai, all right, being at the helm of all this. Okay, the world is not prepared to see him. The world's not prepared to see the elect, to see the children of Israel. Okay, because now the question is gone forth: who are these people in the Holy Land? All right, who are these people who claim to be JWOs, man? All right, who say that they are the chosen? Who are they? Okay, now everybody wants to ask the question. Real talk, you know what I'm saying? More than ever, because we're in World War III now, and they have dragged the world into it. You see what I'm saying? The least of the flock have dragged the entire world into world war. You see what I'm saying? So of course, people want to ask that question: who are these people, and why should we be doing all this for them? Okay? They said it's for peace, it's for safety, it's for your protection. Okay? But everyone sees that this is a ruse. This is a ruse. It's a false pretense to war, because none of these things have anything to do with the rest of the world, man. All right. But the result of the actions that Trump has taken, okay, what's it going to do? It's going to destabilize every economy. Okay, every economy that's attached to the dollar, every economy that utilizes oil, everything is going to be run down into the dirt, man. Okay, when Monday comes around, all right, today's Sunday, so tomorrow is going to be something crazy, man. It's going to be something crazy all throughout the world markets. You see what I'm saying? So this is Sirach chapter 11 and verse 5. It says, many kings have sat down upon the ground, and one that was never thought of hath won the crown. You see what I'm saying? And one that was never thought of has won the crown. And that's what they're not prepared to see. They're not prepared to see that is set to rule. All right? The scriptures say that Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. All right? Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. And they don't want to accept Jacob being on the throne. They don't want to accept that. Okay? But at the same time, they know that living under the rule of this devil, Esau Edom, is not working. They know that it's not working. They know that this is a bridge to nowhere. You see what I'm saying? That under his rule, it has led to the confusion that you see. Right? Patch that up. All right. What was I saying? Uh, duh, 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 duh. Let me get this again. Sirach, chapter 11 and verse 5. Okay, it says, many kings have sat down upon the ground, and one that was never thought of hath worn the crown. You know what I'm saying? Nobody expects Lazarus. You see what I'm saying? Nobody expects Lazarus to be in the ruler's seat, to be in the kingly position. Okay, they expect the rich man to be in the kingly position. They expect the rich man to have all the wealth, to have all the good, the goodly, pleasant things. You see what I'm saying? They expect that. They don't expect the lowly, but the scriptures say that the kingdom will come to the meek and to the lowly. All right, roughly paraphrasing. Let me see. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 9. All right, this is Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 6. It reads, for unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty Power, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. See what I'm saying? The Prince of Peace. And these jokers got the nerve, they got the nerve to put, all right, to put Trump's face on the coin with the 7-pointed star, not the 7-pointed, excuse me, the seven candle menorah, all right, on this coin, and they call him the Prince of Peace. Okay? So these jokers over there in the Holy Land got the nerve. You see what I'm saying? Verse 7, of the increase of his government and peace there shall be no end upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom, to order it and to establish it with judgment and with justice from henceforth even forever. The zeal of the Lord Yahweh Tzabawath will perform this. You see what I'm saying? The zeal of the Lord is going to perform this thing, man. All right? And how's he going to do that? He's going to do this by bringing his son, okay, to take down all these nations, to subdue them under his feet. You see what I'm saying? And when that happens, all right, that's when he delivers the kingdom up to the Father. You see what I'm saying? And everything's put in its proper place. All right? Because what are we seeing right now, man? We're seeing chaos. Okay? Let's go here. All right, this is Proverbs. This is Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 2. It reads, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Okay? So we're seeing a rulership now where the people it's resulting in the people mourning. Okay? Where we have billionaires and trillionaires. And you have people who are poor. You have people who don't have anything. You see what I'm saying? Who have nothing. Even the poor back in the ancient world, you know what I'm saying? Back in what they call biblical times, right? Even the poor had to be taken care of. You know what I'm saying? The poor still had to have basic needs. All right? Basic things like food, water, shelter. All right? The scriptures tell you this, man. Let me get this real quick. Let's go back to Sirach. All right, this is Sirach chapter 39 and verse 26. It says, the principal things for the whole use of man's life are water, fire, iron, and salt. flour of wheat, honey, milk, and the blood of the grapes, and oil and clothing. You see what I'm saying? All these things are necessary for man's survival, for man to live. If you deny somebody those basic necessities, okay, then you're going to see a decline in your kingdom. All right, you're going to see a decline in your kingdom because what is a king? What is a king without his subjects? You see what I'm saying? I believe the scriptures goes into that, man. All right, a king who has no subjects. Let me see if I can find that real quick. All right. Salakia. Let me see. Let me look up subjects. Nope, can't seem to find that one. All right, but I know it's somewhere speaking on a king without his subjects that he has nothing. You know what I'm saying? A ruler without his subjects, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't have anything. And if his subjects are destitute, if his subjects don't have anything to lean on, okay, if they don't have any provisions, if they don't have any living quarters, you see what I'm saying? The things that's necessary for men to live, okay, then he has no kingdom. All right, he has no kingdom. He has no power. See what I'm saying? All right. All right, so let's go to Lamentations. Okay, so this is Lamentations. All right, Lamentations chapter 4, starting at verse 1. It says, how is the gold become dim? All right, how is the gold become dim? How is the most fine gold changed? The stones of the sanctuary are poured out in the top of every street. And this is a metaphor. This is a dark saying. It's going into the sons of God specifically, the elect. You know what I'm saying? All right, it's talking about the children of Israel, but specifically when you narrow it down, it's talking about the sons of God, man. All right, the elect, the first fruits. Okay, the first fruits, man. Verse 2: the precious sons of Zion, comparable to fine gold. How are they esteemed as earthen pitchers, the work of the hands of the potter? Okay, so the precious sons of Zion, man, the elect, the first fruits, the 144,000. Okay, That's what the Lord is going to have established. Okay, as the governing body in the new kingdom. See, let's go to Daniel. All right, Daniel chapter 7, and verse 18. And it reads, but the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. Okay? So this is the new government that we're gonna have, man. All right. The kingdom, meaning world rulership, is gonna be taken by the Lord's elect. All right. It's gonna take by Yahweh Shai and the elect, you know what I'm saying, that's following suit, right? That's Revelation chapter 14. Okay. Those that have sung the new song, those that have come in the testimony of Yahweh Shai, man, right? Because the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. Okay. And that's what you got to be looking forward to, man. That's what we have to look forward to with all this destruction everywhere, man. Okay. And it's not the end, man. It's only the beginning. All right. The chaos has been set in motion. Like I said, when Monday comes, we're gonna see. We're gonna start to see, all right, the effects of this conflict. Okay, this biblical conflict, everything that's written in the scriptures, man. We're seeing it. We're seeing what's written in the book of Ezekiel, the 38th chapter. We're starting to see that. We're seeing what's going on in Revelations, man. All right, we're here in the third woe. We can see these things playing out, man. All right. And eventually, what comes next? Okay, what comes next? It has to be that. It has to be the Quran. It has to be the march. You see what I'm saying? So what that tells us, according to prophecy, what that tells us is that there's going to be, all right, there's going to be a great crash. There's going to be a great disturbance. You see what I'm saying? A huge disturbance in world affairs, right? What does the scripture say in Sirach? Not Sirach. I think it's Second Ezra chapter 9. All right, you read it in the GNT, and it's going into international intrigues. All right, international intrigue. I believe that's how it is. See what I'm saying? It's lucky. It's kind of windy out here. Wind's picking up. But let's see. Let me see if I can find that. All right, bear with me. Bear with me. Come on. Damn it. Damn it. All right, let's do this. Shit. I don't think I'll be able to find this. Uh, give me Second Esdras chapter 9. All right, there we go. Call Allah Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. This is Second Esdras chapter 9. All right, let's start at the top. In the GNT, it reads, he answered, consider all these things very careful. When you see that some of the signs, all right, when you see that some of the signs I've told you about have appeared, you will know that the time has come when the Most High Power will bring judgment on the world he has created. There will be earthquakes, national rebellions, international intrigues. Okay, that's the point. There will be earthquakes, national rebellions, international intrigues, unstable leaders, and confused rulers. Okay? All right? So, yeah, man. We in them times, man. All right? We in them times. Unstable leaders and confused rulers. And when you see these things happening, you will know that they are what the Most High Power hath spoken about since the beginning of creation. Okay? So all these things that come to pass, like the scriptures say, I got it at the beginning of camp. Okay? The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. Okay? Of war and of evil and of pestilence. All these things are coming to pass. You see what I'm saying? Since the world began, now it's being made manifest, right? Let's go to Luke. All right, this is the book of Luke, chapter 1 and verse 68. Okay? It reads, blessed be the Most High, the Lord Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, all right, the power of Israel, for he has visited and redeemed his people, all right, and has raised up an horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began. Okay, so the prophets, the seers have been here since the world began, man. You know what I'm saying? Ever since the garden, even since the garden, there was always a prophet. There was always one to mediate between man and the Lord. You see what I'm saying? When people would come to acquire the Lord, they would seek a prophet. You see what I'm saying? The prophets were even higher than the king back then. Okay? So what we're seeing here are the prophets having been risen, have been brought back, okay, in these final hours to preach this word, man, beginning with our apostles, bishops, and elders, and those that taught them. Okay? Beginning with Elder Abba Bivens. The scriptures have come to pass. You know what I'm saying? The scripture of Elijah the prophet, that prophecy has come to pass through Abba Bivens. Okay, in the reincarnation, he came back, he brought the truth out. Okay, and he brought the sons to the fathers and the fathers to the sons, as it was written. You see what I'm saying? So it says, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began, that he should be saved, that we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us, to perform the mercy promised to our fathers, and to remember his holy covenant, the oath which he sware to our father Abraham, that he would grant unto us that we, being delivered out of the hand of our enemies, might serve him without fear. You see what I'm saying? So this is all about the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Everybody loves to say the seed of Abraham. Well, that's a broad stroke. That's a broad stroke, man. You see what I'm saying? Because if we was to say that the land of Israel belongs to the descendants of Abraham, then that means that multiple families can come and get this. Okay, the Ishmaelites. You see what I'm saying? The Edomites. Okay, the scriptures doesn't play like that, man. The Lord don't play like that. Okay, the Lord says very specifically, from Abraham, not to Isaac. Excuse me, from Abraham, not to Ishmael, but to Isaac. And then from Isaac to Jacob, not Esau, but Jacob. So Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. You see what I'm saying? Right now, these Ishmaelites, these Edomites, okay, they're fighting over our land. Okay? This is why all these nations, all right, all these nations have to be subdued and they have to be brought down. They got to be put in their place, man. You see? All right. And the Lord's gonna cleanse this place through what? Through fire. Through nuclear fire. Okay? It's going back to Jeremiah chapter Slaki. That's Isaiah chapter 9. And let's hit verse 5. All right. Okay, so Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 5. It reads, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. You see? So this final war is going to be with burning and fuel of fire, man. Okay? The people are not going to, you're not going to escape the fire that's coming, man. You're not going to escape it. The only way you can do that is by going upwards, man. You can't go down. You cannot go down. You can't tunnel, okay? You can't tunnel, what, 200 feet under the ground to escape these nukes, man. If you go down, that tunnel, that bunker is going to be your tomb. It's going to be your tomb, man. You see what I'm saying? This is some friendly advice, okay? Friendly advice to Mark Zuckerberg. Friendly advice. Don't put your bunker in America. Put your bunker somewhere else, man. You see what I'm saying? Put your bunker somewhere else, because that shit is gonna be your tomb. It's gonna cave in on you. If you're not destroyed by the fire, all right, everything above is going to cave in upon you. You see what I'm saying? And you're gonna be left out here. You're gonna be stuck in it. All right. If you're not crushed, how you doing? If you're not crushed, you know what I'm saying? If you're not destroyed in the rubble, okay? And let's say that you're not burned up, all right? Just for shits and giggles, right? Let's say you're not burned up. Let's say you're not crushed in the rubble, all right? What if the entrance is closed up, sealed, okay? You can't leave, okay? All the riches, all the wealth. Okay, all the wealth does nothing to you, does nothing for you. You see what I'm saying? All the wealth that you've accumulated, all the accolades, all the success, it means nothing, man. You see what I'm saying? And you got these Edomites who think they still got it. You know what I'm saying? Nigga driving on his pickup truck. You know what I'm saying? Think he's a man. Yeah, you think you're the man. All right. You know what I'm saying? Keep that energy. Keep that energy, man. Lean out the window and talk shit. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord is coming with vengeance. Because the scriptures say that the day of vengeance is in his heart, man. He hasn't forgotten anything that you devils have done to us. You know what I'm saying? That whole Black History Month and all that shit, man. It's all right. It's an embarrassment, to say the least. It's an embarrassment, man. It's an insult to see all these coons get up there and vouch for Trump. You see what I'm saying? To watch all these old ass niggas get up there and act like they're in church. You know what I'm saying? Act like they're in church and talking about, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. He's the best president ever. A nigga is easy to buy, man. You can buy a nigga cheap. You see what I'm saying? You can buy a nigga cheap. They gave us some $5,000. All right, $5,000 and some pig feet. All right, and some chitlins to get up there. To get up there and to vouch for Trump. Okay? And the Lord's got their number, man. The Lord's got them. The Lord's got them. He gonna tear their ass apart. You see what I'm saying? But we not here to hold hands with these devils, man. We're not here for that. Okay? We're moving on. We're moving on, man. It's time for us to go to the next glory. It's time for us to go into to go into the time of Jacob's trouble, which we're in now. It's going to ramp up. It's going to get to the peak, to the crescendo, if you will. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to see the peak of it. We're going to see the height of the madness, the height of the chaos. Okay? All these streets are going to be filled with chaos. You see what I'm saying? Every street corner, every city, every district. Okay? Every state is going to experience this, man. The scriptures tell you this. 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 6, chapter 15, chapter 16 is going to play out. All right? Let's get that. Second Ezra 15 and 15. It says, for the sword in their destruction draws nigh. All right? And one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. You see what I'm saying? We're coming into these times, man. We're coming into these times where we're going to have to be pilgrims upon the earth. All right? We're coming into these times where it's going to be dangerous. It's going to be deadly to step outside your door. You see? And these people don't want to take it seriously, man. They don't want to take it seriously. All right? And you got Edomites that still, you know, puff their nose up at us. All right? The scriptures say that the pride of thine heart has deceived thee, man. What did we just get? What did we just get in Sirach, the 11th chapter? He that was not expected, you know what I'm saying, that was not known, okay, has won the crown. Right, Sirach 11:5. Once again, many kings have sat down upon the ground, and one that was never thought of has won the crown. One that was never thought of. So these same men, you know what I'm saying, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians, you know what I'm saying, y'all look at us, and you think that your whiteness still matters. You think that you being an Edomite, that you being quote unquote white still means something. It doesn't. It doesn't, man. You know what I'm saying? I just saw a video where these jokers are going overseas, okay, and they're getting punched in the face, you know what I'm saying? They're getting spat on, they're getting disrespected because they're going overseas wearing that damn MAGA hat. You know what I'm saying? And there was a nigga amongst them that was doing the same shit, going overseas, you know what I'm saying, with a MAGA hat on. All right. and getting punched in the face, man. getting punched in the mouth. You see what I'm saying? So all you heathens and all you 2/3 is going to face the same judgment. You're going to face the same judgment. The nukes is going to drop, man. And it's going to catch your ass. Let's go to the book of 1 Peter. Come on now. Salakia, was it 2 Peter? I get those two books mixed up. All right, let's try 2 Peter. All right. All right, so this is 2 Peter. All right, so 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 9. It says, the Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness, but is long suffering to usward, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance. Okay? And that all is talking about the Israelites. You see what I'm saying? Verse 10, but the day of the Lord Yahweh will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. Okay, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? You see what I'm saying? Looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. You see? Verse 13, nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness, man. So I was listening to this lesson from the beloved priest Azanamath. You know what I'm saying? And he was going into a conversation that he had with a dude, you know what I'm saying, with a Jake, who actually knows that he's an Israelite. He was following IUIC, following ISUPK, following HOI, okay, and he has no understanding of the foundations. He has no understanding of foundations. He was what the elder Abawam, he's what the elder Abawam would call an entry-level Israelite. Okay, an entry-level Israelite. I know the feeling. I know the feeling, man. You know what I'm saying? I have a brother, you know what I'm saying, who's also an entry-level Israelite. We both came in at the same time. Okay, we both came in this truth at the same time. And here it is, after all these years of being in the truth, after all these years of knowing who we are, okay, he's still fixated on mermaids. He's still fixated on reptilians. You see what I'm saying? That's what he's fixated on. He still calls on Yah and Yeshua. He still keeps them Shiva Jatas in his head. You know what I'm saying? So he's one of those entry-level Israelites. I know what that's like. I know what it's like, man. You know what I'm saying? He didn't grow in the spirit. So the same thing happened, all right, in this case with the priest Azanamath, where he was speaking to this dude, all right, who knew that he's an Israelite. And after all the time, after all the breaking down the scripture, breaking down of the doctrine and whatnot, to get him to understand and to break down the strongholds, it all amounted to this Jake asking this stupid question. If all of us, if all the Israelites are going to be saved, what's the point? What's the point in going through all this? What's the point in laying down your life? You see what I'm saying? And making your calling and election sure. What's the point of all of it? What's the point of going through struggling? You know what I'm saying? What's the point of it? Why don't we just enjoy our life? Why don't we just enjoy our time here? Why don't we just enjoy, go YOLO and all that shit, man? This is the mindset of a 2/3. This is the mindset of a 2/3 nigga. You see what I'm saying? One who can't see, who can't see down past past captivity, man. Right? You can't see past the plantation. You can't see past getting money. You can't see past the pleasures of this world, man. All right. You still want to live in a world that has chemtrails. You still want to live in a world that has fake food, lab grown meat. You see what I'm saying? You still want to live in a world like that, man. You still want to live in a world where you can't, where you gotta keep going to work day after day after day for 8 hours, 10 hours, okay, 12 hours, some people 16 hours. You see what I'm saying? Just to not make enough. All right? Working 50 hours a week, because 40 hours ain't doing it no more. You gotta work 50 hours a week, 60 hours a week, all right? Maybe 80 hours a week. For what? You see what I'm saying? For what? Just to be able to pay some bills and then try and get yourself recuperated throughout the weekend. You see what I'm saying? Just to do it all again the next week. You see? Everything is ass backwards here, man. We just got it. Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bears rule, the people mourn. And the people are mourning now. And you want to live in this. You see? You want to stay here. Let's get that real quick. Let's go to, was it Isaiah? All right, this is Isaiah chapter 30. Let's jump up. Let's hit it at the top. Not at the top, but let's hit it at 7. All right. Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 7 says, "For the Egyptians shall help in vain. For the Egyptians shall help in vain, and to no purpose. Therefore have I cried concerning this. Their strength is to sit still. Their strength ain't to help you. It's not to help you, man. You go read Lamentations chapter 4, verse 17. Okay, you have looked for help from a nation that can't save you, man. All right? Their strength is to stand still. Now go, write it before them in a table and note it in a book. That book is the scriptures, man. Okay, and note it in the book, that it may be for the time to come forever and ever, that this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. Okay, that's why you have Deacon Hakah. That's why you have Deacon Hakah. You know what I'm saying? And the spirit jumped on me to harp on that nigga last week. Spirit jumped on me to harp on him last week, man. You see what I'm saying? And then what happened? All right, he shows himself in a car worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Hundreds of thousands of dollars. He jumps in this car, you know what I'm saying? He shows it on Instagram. You You see what I'm saying? So the Spirit was spot on. The Spirit was spot on to call this man a hireling. You see what I'm saying? He's not in this thing for the truth, man. He's not in this thing for the sake of the flock. He's in this thing for filthy lucre's sake. You see what I'm saying? All right, I'm gonna have to close this up pretty soon. I'm running out of battery. So let's go here. Let's keep reading. Come on. I'm almost up. I'm almost over. All right, this is Isaiah chapter 30. Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 11. It reads, "Get you out of the way, turn aside out of the path. Cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us." Okay? So these jakes don't want to hear it. They want to hear the truth, man. You see, they would rather hear the lies. They would rather hear the sweet words. You know what I'm saying? Not have to be held to nothing. All right? Verse 12. It says, "Wherefore, thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word, and trust in oppression, and perverseness, and stay thereon, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach, ready to fall, swelling out in the high wall, where whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant." Okay? Whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant. When you read First Thessalonians, the 5th chapter, you see what I'm saying? When it's going into what's coming, all right, and it's coming as a thief in the night. The day of the Lord is coming as a thief in the night, man. People are not going to be prepared for this. They're not going to expect this, man. You see what I'm saying? But this is the time that we're in, all right, where the people, if you're not prepared, if you're not watching, you know what I'm saying, that you're going to be swept up. Hello there. You're going to be swept up. All right. So when you go into how these checks are moving, you know what I'm saying, where they don't think that they're going to have to go through nothing. They don't think that they're going to have to give up this life, man, because that kind of mindset, when you think that it doesn't matter what you do, it doesn't matter how you move in this world, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm just going to be saved anyway. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of dude that's going to take the mark. He's going to take it. You know what I'm saying? And all these jokers, like General Yohana and all these characters, okay, they're gonna take it. They're gonna take it. People are gonna be sore confounded. People are gonna be sore distressed. You know what I'm saying? Perplexed. All right. Let me end it off with this. All right. My battery really is about to die. All right, let's go to Revelation chapter 3. Revelation chapter 3 and verse 10. All right. It reads, "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. All right, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown." You see what I'm saying? And when you look at somebody who thinks the way that these level Israelites think, you see what I'm saying? All right, they're not willing to stand. They're not willing to stand. They're not willing to fight for this crown. You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna cut that there, man. I pray this lesson was edifying to the elect. All right, that you found this live camp edifying. You know what I'm saying? And Tabata for tuning in. This has been your brother Zakaria Allah, branched out here in Wingfield, Pennsylvania. In closing, want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem Chakudash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who rule well, who teach well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom.